Afternoon. Welcome to Rotary. This is our 13th meeting of the year. If y'all will stand, take a few minutes to meet and greet fellow Rotarians and guests. Thank you. All right. It's that time. If y'all would please return to your seats, remain standing. Past President Lee Waggoner is going to lead us in the pledge, in the national anthem and prayer.
Okay, can I have your attention, please? Especially at the Tom Swift table. Oh, excuse me, I didn't say that, did I? Okay. Before we go to the Lord in prayer, are there any prayers that you all would like to uplift that I may not be aware about? Okay. I see some. Oh, hey, Mark. Okay.
I know I mentioned the young woman who was involved in the automobile accident where my son was in the car. I just wanted to report that she is out of the hospital, and she went back to school yesterday. She's still got a lot of rehab that she has to go through, but at least
Awesome.
it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Good news there. Thank you, Mark. Bill, Sleeper, did you?
Yeah, I did. My daughter had major league back surgery a week ago, and happy to say she's progressing what appears to be normal, and that's mighty good. And I want to thank the Lord for helping her.
Sure.
And pray for continued.
No kidding. That is good news. Tell her to do whatever the therapists tell her to do and the doctors. No, seriously, that's important. Anyone else?
Yes.
Linda?
Richard and I are celebrating our 60th reunion of Hillcrest High School. Wow. Proud of you,
That is good, but that you were supposed to pay $5 for Happy Bucks. So, Linda, you are now committed to paying $5 for Happy Bucks. Jeff's going to get you anyway. Don't worry. Okay, yeah, she's double up. Let's bow our heads in prayer, please. Today we celebrate youth. Youth have always been a significant part of our club. Our Interact program at Hillcrest High School is a prime example of this. It's easy to say that our children are our future. It's much more difficult to act on this statement. Our club does act, and for that, we are grateful. Amen. Would you all remain standing, please? Let's face the flag, hand over the heart, as we recite the pledge, followed by our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Seated.
All right, it's that time to share good news and joys, and I'm going to start it off. How about them Cowboys? And I'm talking about those Oklahoma State Cowboys, ranked 7th in the country, undefeated in the conference. Anybody else have any joys they want to share? Yeah, bunch.
Hello, hello, testing. So my joy may not sound like a joy, but it is to me. I have been cleared for ankle replacement surgery. I'm putting in a new joint in my ankle, which after 50 years of an injury in skiing, I'll be able to run, play tennis, and dance again. But that's October 25th. Woo!
Congratulations. Dan?
I'm gonna go break 100 out there because it's not that exciting. But so I'm leaving a little bit early today, 12:45. We are going to celebrate. So many of you guys know the rugby team I played for about 8 years and still serve on the board. The Dallas Rugby Club won the U.S. National Championship this year. So we're meeting with Governor Abbott between 1 and 2 today. He's doing a proclamation of declaring this Dallas Rugby Day. We give him a little jersey and a team signed ball. He does a little grin and grip photo and the proclamation. So we meet with him at 2. Then we're meeting with Mayor Eric Johnson at 3. So
Very
pretty
exciting.
cool. So that's my.
Yeah. Thanks, Dan. Alice?
It's a joy that Roger and I just came back from a 3-week cruise in Greece and Turkey, and everything went very smoothly, and we are so grateful for that. We had a great trip, and then just a little extra for my Red Raiders.
Good luck tomorrow.
Recom Tech. Oh, we got all kinds. I'll be back. Okay. Congratulations.
For the umpteenth time every year since he was born, my son, who is now 53, took me, as he does every year, to the State Fair of Texas. We pulled out my parents' old wheelchair, which is in pretty good shape, and we had a wonderful day at the fair, and we're able to see where the Longhorns are going to beat the Sooners tomorrow.
Thank you, Meredith.
All right.
I got it.
Any more joys? We have one more back in the corner.
Oh, I didn't know you.
Oh, Tom Swift's going to have a word.
Where's your money?
Here's my money.
Go ahead, Pat. Don't listen to him.
So my joy is my sister and her husband just relocated from Maine to Texas. They're up at Texoma, and so just a little over an hour away, and I have a sister in Texas again, so it's great.
And a lake house to visit.
Would you mind sharing the address with us? I just wanted to say, in case you guys didn't see, the McFarlands, the Salvation Army McFarlands, are back in our midst. So please go up and tell them, where were you, by the way? Northern Virginia. That's my home. Why would you leave there? That's where I grew up. Yeah, I was smart to come down
But
here.
Tom got to Texas as fast as he
Anyway,
could.
welcome the McFarlands back to our fold here.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Well, you got another one.
Eric?
All right, I'm not going to just sit here and take it. I'm going to represent Boomer Sooner. You guys can all celebrate tomorrow, but I'm here today to hope and pray somehow after what I saw last week, we're going to show up tomorrow.
Thank you, Eric.
All right, it's that time to introduce any guests today. Please stand.
Pass that to Mark.
Not the first time, but one of the first times we have with us Sergio Pope. Now, you know, Pope is spelled P-O-P-P-E, correct? And of course, Pope is in French, P-A-P-E. So we are covered as far as religion is concerned. But he's already interviewed for our club. Looking forward to having him. He's ready to serve.
Great. Welcome.
Good to have you, Sergio. Nolan?
I'd like to introduce to you Jack Carpenter. He's with Edward Jones, and he's visiting with us today. Give him a big welcome, round of applause.
So it's good to be in a Rotary Club meeting for the first time. Can you give us a live yell? If he's right or not. Give us a live yell. No.
Good afternoon, everybody. Keith Mankin, I'm your Assistant Governor. I am a guest, strictly speaking. I don't feel like a guest, which is very nice. Nice, warm welcome. Greetings from District 5810. No real great announcements. I'm sure that you've covered them. There is a round table tomorrow. Please come. They're always a lot of fun. My home club, Dallas Uptown, greetings from us, too. I want to remind you, November 5th, we have our Men, Etc. Who Cook. It's our fundraiser. It's a blast. It's a celebrity chef, silent auction, dancing, music. We are still looking for cooks, so if you are the chili champion of Texas or Oklahoma and want to prove it, please let me know. I do have a barcode thing to scan in, so I hope to see you all then. And thank you. I'm very happy to be here. Right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other guests announced? No?
I have, as sitting next to me at my table, Doug Ferber, who is a prospective member. Doug is a head of a relatively new magazine in our area called The Good Life. And if you haven't seen it, it's appropriately named, I think, for Highland Park and University Park area. But we're glad to have Doug and look forward to having him as a member. Please welcome Doug.
Next up is Kathy Wall, talk about our PC Foundation.
Always my favorite time with all the birthdays in October. Please stand up. I think you can hear me, can you? Okay. Wait a minute. The month of October, we have 17 members who have birthdays. Where are you? Stand up, Jeff Brady. Come on, guys. Okay. In fact, one of our members has a birthday actually today. Let's see, where is he? Matt Hawk. Are you here, Matt Hawk? No. Okay. Well, anyway, please wish him a happy birthday this month. I just can't believe how many are in October. Just remember, this is for the foundation. And that helps all the local agencies here. So please support and honor your birthday, but happy birthday.
Thank you, Kathy. Next up is Mark Casher. Tell us about this week's advertiser.
Thank you. If you refer to the back of your hub on your table, you will see all of the club's amazing sponsors. We do have one more spot remaining, so if anybody is interested, be sure to reach out to Michelle Brown, but just in time. He just walked in the door, representing for you, Marilyn Hargrave, and all of us. Past President Cleve Clinton is today's sponsor. So, Cleve Clinton is a board-certified civil trial attorney who represents family businesses and maverick risk takers at the full-service law firm Gray Reed in Dallas. Whether he's serving as lead counsel in one of the growing number of fiduciary litigation claims within family businesses, or advising a family in transition, Cleve's focus is always the same: achieve the client's goals either in or out of the courtroom. When a deal or controversy requires a multidisciplinary approach, Cleve assembles a team of Gray Reed lawyers and other professionals with the perfectly matched skill set, whether it's tax, employment, real estate, construction, or regulatory, and then quarterbacks strategic planning and tactical execution every step of the way. He's the Quinn Ewers of Gray Reed. Cleve takes pride in striking the perfect balance between legal strategy and a client's practical goals, all while minimizing family conflict. So let's thank our marketplace sponsor today. Thanks, Cleve Clinton.
Next up is Susan Glenn to tell us about the North Texas Food Bank Packing Day.
This is my very last plea because it's actually next Saturday, the 15th. I want to thank everyone who's already signed up, and we have 26 Rotarians. Round of applause, everybody. Woo! So what that means is we need 14 more, and I want to share with especially the new Rotarians just a reminder that supporting hunger, or, taking care of hunger in our community is one of our strategic initiatives for this Rotary Club. Last week I talked to you a little bit about the senior program. I'm all about pictures and making it personal. 35 pounds of produce a month for seniors who are 60 and over and qualify. This could be your mom, your grandmother, your neighbor. She's a mom, she's a sister. So this is our opportunity to really make a difference in the community, and it's going to be so much fun. The new Rotaracts, join us. I'll talk to you after our meeting. We would love to have you come. And just call me or email me if you have problems signing up. But we've got an email out this morning, so come join us.
Yeah, sign up. If you've never done it, you need to do it. It's a lot of fun. They have music going on in the background, and it's a real joy. Speaking of service activities, we have several of them coming up. We are doing a second Dentistry with the Heart. So we always do one in the spring. We're also going to do one in November, on November the 12th. Be looking out for signups for that. We will be doing tree lighting on Sunday, November 20th at SNIDER PLAZA from 1 to 6. Another great event. Be looking for signups. So we haven't been able to do the Scottish Rite popcorn packing in the last couple of years because of COVID. This year we're going to do it again. It's a lot of fun. We go over there, and basically their big fundraiser of the year is selling 10 cans of popcorn. It's a lot of fun, so be looking out for that. That'll be coming out. That's going to be on Thursday, December the 1st, and then December the 3rd, we will be over at the Salvation Army Distribution Center helping relocate Christmas packages to where they need to be for regional distribution, and that's a great event as well. So please, please, please be signing up for those so we have enough people to help serve the community. Also, this is really important. Programs are the lifeblood of our weekly meeting. And twice a year, we have programming meetings. People will complain they don't like the speakers. If you don't like the speakers, please bring some ideas for some other speakers. We will be meeting at the Y on Tuesday, October 25th at 6 o'clock. Pizza and drinks will be provided. Bring some great ideas for speakers. It's a fun time, but more importantly, it helps bring us some good ideas for some speakers for the future to help, not only for our members, but also to help invite some guests. So, that being said, it's that time. So as you know, we do a weekly raffle. The money that is raised, half of the money will go to our club's foundation. The winner of the drawing, now here's how it works. Everybody who bought a raffle, Naisha is going to draw this week's winner. And if you're the winner, you get to come up and you're going to draw a card. And if you happen to draw the ace of spades, you will get half of the pot. If you don't get the ace of spades, you get to keep the card as a souvenir, and it will not re-enter the deck. So each week, the deck is getting thinner, so your chances get better. I know coming into last week, we had $930. Now we're up to $968. Not a lot of participants this week. Hopefully next week we'll go over 1,000. We'll get bigger participation. So this week's number, last four, 4181. All right. It is the right number. Now let's see if you can get the right card. So this is Mary Ann, and she has applied to become a new member. We're so excited for you to be here, and good luck today.
Thank you.
Oh. She got the right color. It's a 6 of spades. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for participating. Now I would like to invite up Sarah Ollier to talk about this week's program.
Good morning, or this afternoon, I guess. Today's program is about our Interact program at Hillcrest High School. Our club sponsors Interact, and we also offer RILA scholarships, which we'll hear about in a little bit, and also a Service Above Self scholarships to the Interact students at Hillcrest. And we'll talk about each of those in turn. Right now, I would like to introduce our guests who are in attendance today. We have the principal of Hillcrest High School, Principal Flory, if you could stand. The Interact, I believe she must have stepped, oh no, here she is. The Interact advisor, Summer Liu, if you could stand. We have representations from, or people, individuals representing Interact, and it is, we have a couple with us today. I'm going to read out the officers that they have elected, and when I read your name, if you could stand. Naisha Griffin, President. Naisha has also attended RILA. She was a recipient last spring. Carolyn Wyndham is the Vice President. Rania Ahmed, Secretary. Effie Million, Public Relations. And Columbe Apaka is the Treasurer. If you could give them a round of applause. Thank you. Please have a seat. And right now I'd like to invite to the podium Lee Waggoner and Linda Tunnell, and they're going to tell us, give us about a 5-minute synopsis of what is Interact and the history of it there. Thank you.
So what do y'all pay us if we cut it back from 5 minutes to say 3 minutes? Do we have an offer on that? Yeah. Linda, go ahead.
Okay, who knows what Interact is? Raise your hand. I'm going to call on you. Okay, let me see the hands again. John Brown, what is it?
It's a high school Rotary.
That's it.
In a way, and leadership.
Come over here. When was it founded? Lee, do you know?
You mean the Hillcrest Interact Club?
Yes.
How about 2007?
Bingo. We had 16 charter members. Tracy Gomes, Lee, and I were involved in starting it, and it's been booming ever since. And I'm just going to read a few of the things that we've done because it's pretty amazing. First of all, we went down to the city council meeting, sat in on the meeting, got introduced, and then they toured the 311 operation. That was cool for all of us. That was great. We used to read these books called I Like Me. They're personalized books that the Downtown Dallas Club always sponsored for kinder kids. And we would go with our Interact Club and read with those kids. And sometimes the Interact members would bring the books that they received when they were 5 years old. That was very cool. So, okay, Lee, tell us about the Banner Project.
Several years ago, to benefit Hillcrest High School, we had a fundraising project. $25,000 was raised. We sold a lot of bricks and put that money to use to beautify the courtyard there. Now, I will tell you all since then that Hillcrest High School has expanded greatly with a lot of new buildings, and it is gorgeous. So that courtyard looks a little bit different today, but the thought of putting that money to use at the school was most beneficial, and this club was most generous in that process. Can I mention one other thing? Because I know you're going to talk about RILA, because you were a RILarian this past summer. RILarian, Rotary Youth Leadership Award, RILarian, that's a person that goes, hey, you guys got it. Come on now, get with me. Y'all stay with me now, please. I was telling this year's Interact president about a student that went a few years ago, and she was in tears. I drove the car down. There was 3 other kids in the car. I drove them down there. She was in tears. She had never, ever left her family overnight, ever in her life. She was a junior, had just finished her junior year in high school. She, she got a little teasing in the car, and I said, folks, this is her first time. Let's give her a break. And 5 days later, I guess it was, picked them up. Biggest smile I have ever ever seen on anyone. She couldn't stop talking about how much fun it was. Ryla is a Rotary-sponsored program that involves the Interact students also. So I just thought to throw that out. Is the clock ticking? We passed 3 minutes now.
I have something else to say.
Oh, good.
And also, we went to the Salvation Army for about 5 or 6 years in a row and helped them assemble the red bags. You know, you get the red bags when you go adopt an angel. And our kids sat there for 3 or 4 hours and assembled bags. We always won. We blew every other Interact out of the water. It was great. So that was very exciting.
Colin Allred, graduate of Hillcrest High School, now one of our U.S. representatives, came and talked to the Interact Club and was most inspiring.
And David Brown, the former sheriff.
Police chief.
Police chief, okay. In Dallas came. He was great. And one of our Interact students is now a counselor at Hillcrest.
Hey, Linda, we're off now.
Goodbye.
Please, we want our Interact kids to come up here.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am privileged to be part of this program. I joined last year. Sarah OEA called me up at some point early last year and said, hey, would you like to get more involved in the club? I've got an opportunity for you. And sure. So here I am. And the first thing I want to do this morning is introduce you. I've got a nice biography here to the principal of Hillcrest, and then Mr. Floyd, I think if you'll come and maybe share a few things about Hillcrest with us. But let me tell you, he is a native of Louisiana. He got a degree from LSU. Go Tigers, anyone? I see you. We're all going to represent today. So, he got a degree in secondary math education. And growing up, he always knew that he was going to be an educator. He chose to be part of DISD to start his career. And after serving 9 years as a classroom teacher in 2 different DISD schools, he was promoted to an academic facilitator. Try to move over here. And he supported the, gosh, I can't even read my own writing here. He supported the entire feeder pattern for 3 years, and then he came to serve in the Benjamin Franklin Middle School. He continued his professional growth and graduated from the University of Texas at Dallas with a master's degree in secondary math education, and advanced his leadership certificate from Lamar University. 6 years ago, he joined Hillcrest High School, and as a assistant principal, where he was instrumental in increasing enrollment by over 400 students. So he has increased student achievement and improved campus climate and culture by building relationships with teachers and students. Mr. Foy has been instrumental in creating an effective and tolerant note to self, if you're going to print notes and read them, print them big enough where you can read them. My God. Wow. Okay, let's try. Here we go. Now I got it. In creating an effective and robust master schedule to ensure all students have equitable opportunity for success. Hillcrest has been one of the most complex master schedules in DISD, and Mr. Flory has been leading the effort of building and maintaining maintaining it. Mr. Flory has been built good relationships with the community as an increased community engagement. He is a team player, a devoted educator, and will be an effective leader of Hillcrest High School and the community. Thank you for bearing with me with that. Mr. Floyd, would you please come rescue me, because I'm dying up here.
was a lot. I didn't know my bio was that long. I would like to start, go Tigers, always. Any student of mine knows I'm an LSU diehard fan. It's all in my office, so I know we have a lot of Texas and Sooners, but it's always LSU. I'm just gonna start with that. Let's see, I feel, can I use one of these mics? Yeah, that's a little better. All right, that's probably a little better. So let me just give you a little history about me, why I'm even at Hillcrest. Since I moved to Texas, I've lived in the Hillcrest neighborhood, so in the Park Cities area. I moved out, but I stayed within Hillcrest. When I got to the district level, I served all the schools in Hillcrest feeder pattern, and Benjamin Franklin for 1 year as an instructional coach, and the last 6 as an AP at Hillcrest. Hillcrest was my only school I applied to be a principal. And so that means Hillcrest is my home. It's a place to be. It's a lot of things that's great going on at Hillcrest, and I want to continue that. With that, I've known the Interact since I've been through Hillcrest. I was 10 years ago when I first got into the feeder pattern. They always Interact, and I was very close friends with sponsor then, and so I kind of hear a little bit about Interact. So I'm really glad that Mr. Lewis heading it, and we're getting more involved again this year. So I think that's a big plus for our campus to have Interact very involved with their service with the community. So great things about Hillcrest. I'm just not gonna talk too long, just really talk about the great things that's been happening at Hillcrest. We mentioned that we've increased enrollment to 1650. We're actually over capacity. I have my freshman class this year had about 60 transfers on the wait list. I could not accept because we're too packed. We have 500 freshmen, 500 sophomores, and that's way over capacity, but that's because everybody wants to be here. Since the tornado, we had students that was at Cary Middle School, went to Franklin. They had a choice to go to Thomas Jefferson or Hillcrest. Most of the students chose Hillcrest, and they refused to leave. So they want to stay at Hillcrest. So that's just where we're going at. One big thing is before the pandemic, TA rated us as a C campus. First year out of the pandemic, when we get rated again, we have a B campus. So we're improving our scores tremendously from before pandemic to after, and that's because of the resiliency of our students and our teachers. Even though we had the pandemic, they went above and beyond to make sure that learning loss is not big. And so minimizing that learning loss and then improving their success has been amazing. And so we're shooting for an A. Hillcrest is, since before the pandemic, we just started, was in the process again, the International Baccalaureate program, and then we just was starting the early college program. Right now, those are our 2 flagship programs, where we're the only school in Dallas ISD that have both International Baccalaureate and a Collegiate Academy. The only school, and we're doing both with great success. This past year, our Collegiate Academy, our seniors, 62% of our seniors graduated with an associate's degree and a high school diploma. 62% that's in that program. So that's amazing. And that program is 125 students each year. So we ended off with about 60 to 80 students, somewhere around there, but 62% of them finished off with an associate's degree. So that's amazing. Our International Baccalaureate program, we went from 25% getting an International Baccalaureate diploma 2 years ago. Last year was at 68% of our students getting an International Baccalaureate program. Our valedictorian went to Rice University. We've had, and if you're in the International Baccalaureate, we've had students going to Rice University, major university in Canada, Brown University, Michigan University, Penn State. So they're going to the top universities in the country just by going through the rigorous International Baccalaureate program. So those are 2, I get happy saying that because it just say that that's where our teachers are pushing our students to at. They're getting top level scholarships. They're not just going there, they go on full ride, not paying anything. So that's amazing what we're doing there at Hillcrest. Not only that, since the pandemic, we've added Career Institute, which is basically a school where students can get certification in a certain trade, whether the aviation, interior design, HVAC, construction, those just to name a few. And there are partners with several big companies. I know the aviationists partner with Southwest Airlines. And so those students are getting certifications and internships throughout these programs, where when they graduate, they already have those relationships with these companies, where they're getting internships and getting jobs on the spot just by going through this. That program's career institute is actually, it's a part of Dallas ISD. So Dallas ISD has 4 different career institutes, but each school sends about 100 to 200 students to that campus 2 periods a day. So that's just amazing to what our kids are offered at Hillcrest. Some more programs that we're offering the NAF Academy of Health Sciences, which we partner with UT Southwestern. It's basically biomedical research. We have a NAF Academy of Engineering. They have various partnerships in that program, and we're a nationally distinguished program for NAF Academy of Engineering. So that's 5 different programs that anybody at Hillcrest can be a part of. Along with, we have over 50 advanced courses. We're probably the only school in Dallas ISD that has over 50 advanced courses offered on campus, whether it's an honors class, advanced placement class, or dual credit. So we have teachers now on campus that can actually teach dual credit classes to our students, where they can get college credit on campus. So just those things are big things for us. So 6 different programs. We're the only school in Dallas ISD that has that many programs, and being very successful at it. Just want to kind of just highlight those big pieces. I know I only have like 5 minutes, I think. I'm maybe almost up. Just highlight all the great things that we have at Hillcrest. Thinking about Interact, they're part of a student organization. This year, I've probably approved over 10 new student organizations. So we have about 75 student organizations that any student at Hillcrest can be a part of, along with those 6 programs. And students are involved in multiple programs and multiple organizations at the same time. Just thinking about all the different things we have going on. This year, one of my big goals is trying to get more promotion, branding, getting our name out there a lot more. So what we've been doing this year, we're starting to get our athletic programs, their businesses, we'll see our schedules. So when you go around to different businesses, I don't want to just see the other campuses like W2A or the private schools or Lake Highlands. I want to see Hillcrest. So we're trying to push that out there, trying to get more promotion out there, more branding. We had in the Park City Preston Hollow People magazine, we have a promo in there. We had one that just put into the October issue. Monday, we're taking a picture with all of our leaders on campus, of our student leaders, and there's going to be another promo in the November issue as well. So just more promotion about Hillcrest, getting it out there for us. 2 big things that are coming up. So I know I have some graduates of Hillcrest. This Thursday, our big rival, Woodrow Wilson. If y'all would like to come to the game, that's our big rivalry game at Franklin Stadium Thursday at 7 o'clock. So, and then I know class of 62 are going to be doing a tour. If y'all want to come see the tour of the school, whether it's even in your class or you just want to come see, just please reach out. We have an awesome competition gym, new auxiliary gym, brand new courtyard. We actually have a brand new turf practice field with our logo all on it, brand new track. If you drive by Hillcrest, we have a wrapping around the baseball stadium, the tennis courts, around the softball stadium. It's just more trying to say Hillcrest is a place to be. We have some more things in plan too. And then our big preview night is coming up October 19th. So if you know anybody that lives in the Hillcrest area or want to come to Hillcrest, they can come see Hillcrest on October 19th at 5:30 and see all the great things that we have to offer at Hillcrest. Thank you.
You can see that this gentleman is fairly busy, so thank you for taking time to be with us today. We really appreciate you being here. I also want to introduce our Interact chairman or chairwoman, Summer Liu. And Summer came from China and did her studies at the University of Nebraska. It's all about colleges today, right? So go Huskers. She got a secondary science education in chemistry and physics and geography and a minor in music. And she has been at Hillcrest now. She's been teaching for 9 years. She's been at Hillcrest for 3, and this is her second year as the Interact club sponsor. So, Summer, we are glad you're here. Thank you. Do you want to say a word about Interact? Or you? Okay. Okay. So, but anyway, let's give Summer a round of applause. She's doing a great job. Okay, hold on.
Actually, we try to promote Interact this year to recruit more students. And one idea we came up with is get more ramen noodles. So if you guys want to donate ramen noodles to us, we will highly welcome you guys to do that. Thank you so much.
And so now I would like to introduce a dynamic young lady, and her name is Naisha Griffin. She's the current president and the RILA recipient from last spring, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her experiences at RILA and also what her Interact team's goals are for this year.
Hello. So I'm going to start talking about a little bit about RILA. So I remember going to the meeting and they were like, it's better than Disneyland. And I was like, no way. You're lying to me right now. So then I ended up going to RILA, and I was nervous at first. And I remember when he gave me the story about his student who was crying on the way there, I was actually crying on my way back. RILA is, it's hard to put into words how magical and life-changing that experience is. The person I went into RILA is not the person I came out with RILA. It gave me a family that I didn't know that I needed. I still talk to my RILA friends and my assistant counselor, my counselor, practically every single day. I plan on attending all of their graduations. They are my closest friends. And I remember when I went in for the first time and they were like, and we had a speaker, and basically they were like, you are not your resume. And that pretty much changed my outlook on everything, because a lot of things I do is with the thought of wanting to increase the look on my resume, and that doesn't matter. And hearing that and hearing all of the speakers were absolutely life-changing. I think every person needs a RILA. It's hard, like I said, it's hard to put into words, but RILA genuinely changed my life, and that was seen through the speakers, through the activities from the round robins. I had to get saran wrapped with a bunch of 50 random kids I didn't know, and we had to walk back and forth. It was, at first I was like, what is happening? And then it was absolutely amazing. But it definitely is, I think it takes a certain kind of student to go to RILA and be open to what RILA offers, because you run in and they're chasing you with water guns. So it's like you either kind of embrace it, or you kind of back off. Everybody in my cabin embraced it. Even my brother cabin embraced it. It was amazing. It is, like I said, everyone needs a RILA. But I'm very, very, very appreciative of the opportunity I had at RILA and the people I got to meet. It's absolutely amazing. And I want to thank you guys for allowing me to have that kind of opportunity. Now, to talk a little bit about Interact, so I've been the president for the past 2 years. Last year it was kind of hard because with COVID and everything, a lot of kids were a little bit hesitant about wanting to go out and do activities, which I completely understand, but that didn't stop us. So what we were able to do is we did the Homeless Veterans Drive. And I remember when we did the peanut butter drive, nobody donated anything. So I was like, okay, this has to change. So then we offered service hours, because there's, NHS, and I'm also an international baccalaureate student. So we have this thing called CAS hours, creativity, activity, and service. So you need a certain amount for that. So we were like, okay, we'll offer one service hour if you bring a bag. And so then we ended up collecting, I think 50, so many bags, and I was like, okay, this works. So we ended up, so this year I plan on doing the same exact thing. We weren't able to have as many speakers come in, and a really big goal of mine this year for Interact is have a speaker come in once a month, and to also have a service project once a month rather than doing one sporadically. So I think that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions for her? Don't go yet. Does anyone have any specific questions about Interact?
I get that a lot. Oh, they're about, so we weren't able to, the ramen was actually about the fact that we're, last year we had about 20 students in Interact. This year we're having a really hard time trying to recruit people. We have about like 10 now, which is really hard because it's like, because with the limited amount of students we have, so the ramen is there to try and bribe kids to come. Oh, we already did our homecoming parade. Homecoming was 2 weeks ago. I'm actually, since I'm the president of Interact, I also do JWAC and I'm in student council. So we were not able to have a float for Interact because you need a truck and I don't have one. And I had to be on student council. Yes. Yeah.
I just want to say I had the privilege of taking Nyasha and Clarence, our two RILA students, to camp and then picking him up from camp. And you can see this girl, she can talk. I picked her up from camp at the end. She could not talk. She had no voice. And she was just kind of squeaking in the back seat. It was pretty funny. And the other thing I wanted to tell you about her is she shared with me she is interviewing next week to go to All About College. She's going to Occidental, she hopes, next year, which is where my oldest son went to undergrad. So I'm going to positive thoughts. But both she and Clarence came back from RILA just really saying it changed their lives. So I wanted to share that too, yeah.
Thank you so much. Well, that's what happens when you have a very busy week and you don't preview who's coming to speak. I want to personally invite Interact to come and serve with us at North Texas Food Banks. I said Rotaract, I think, when I was up there. So I'll talk to you afterwards. We just are so impressed with what you're doing and the impact that you're having. Thanks so much.
And she's so shy. I'm a debater. I talk a lot.
So thank you. And as you see, as we, Rotary Club, have various service activities, if you think it's something that would be a good partnership with them, just send myself or Tracy. Tracy's actually the liaison for summer, Tracy Gomes, and we can try to connect you all and we can see if it'd be a good fit for what they're interested in. They're also interested in speakers. So we may be reaching out to various club members as we hear what their areas of interest is. So as we spoke, I mean, obviously this is a partnership that we have with our club. And you've heard talk about RILA. We send two, one boy, one girl. That's the goal every year to the Rotary Youth Leadership. But we also, for the Interact kids, offer a service above self. And John Whaley chairs that. And he would like me to share this message with you. Our club will again be offering college scholarships to 2 seniors at Hillcrest High School. $2,000 each. We call them Service Above Self scholarships. While we all know good grades are key to getting into college, our club also wants to emphasize the importance of helping others. Thus, applicants must demonstrate how they have helped people in their school and their community. They're required to write an essay specifically on what service above self means to them. The winners are invited to a club meeting in the spring to tell us their thoughts on why service to others is important, and it's inspiring to hear them and know that our values as Rotarians are being shared by this new generation. Current recipients are now attending North Texas, UNT, and Dallas Community College. So I just want to thank our interactors for coming today. We look forward to being a good partner with you this year. And I guess turn it back over to Jeff.
So I went to the Rotary International Convention, and we had this one speaker who, RILA changed this guy's life. He had some deformities that he was born with, and he said everywhere he went, he was ridiculed and judged. He said he went to RILA, and it was the first time he'd ever felt love for just being a person. And it changed his life, and he's gone on to be an incredible success. So thank you for what you're doing, and it sounds like it's an incredible program. I would love to see what they're doing there. Linda Tunnell, past President Linda Tunnell, come on up. She wants the mic for just a couple of seconds. A couple of seconds. Or here, let's just give it to her right there. Just sit still. Just sit still. Here. You wanted to talk about
the name of it.
Holiday party.
What's it called? Okay. What happens when you have to celebrate a birthday and a holiday party? What can you do about that? So, we are celebrating C.C. Colley's 100th birthday on December the 15th at Lakewood Country Club, and it's called...
Cheers for 100 years.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, you're going to get more and more information about this, but it's going to be an exciting time. Chip Brady's going to interview C.C. Colley, and if you don't know him, you will after that evening is over. So, hope you get to come. Thank you.
All right, with that, we're going to do the four-way test with Past President Lee Waggoner and the Interact group.
Can I get our Interact kids to come up here? You're just going to stand up here with us, okay? But we'd love to have y'all come stand right up here so everybody can see you. Linda, you want to come up and help with this too? We're going to recite the four-way test. No, it's okay. Just come on up here. You can leave your purse at the table. That's okay. I want you to walk around here. Come toward me. I'm the one over here waving my hand. You can read it on the board. But, okay, in fact, please come. We're all up here. This is celebrating you guys. Okay, all I'm going to do is start this for you. Of the things we think, say, or do, first, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? All right, one of y'all swing that gavel and hit that bell right there. I want you to do that. Take that gavel and just give it a whack. I mean a hard whack. Thank you. Woo.